the team. I want to thank the audience. I want to thank the world. I want to thank Alex. I want to thank just simply everybody, A through Z. To me, everybody's excellent. Like, I don't see people like they're messed up, right? How I see the world, I do see that people are battling sometimes traumas, if it makes sense. But to me, everybody, I see, oh, that guy's bad or that girl's bad. Nah. What did they do to that person, right? That kept them in victim mentality and they didn't grow and overcame their challenges. How I see life. So today's episode was inspired by episode 164. Why you need to invite people to question your thinking, right? Welcome to episode 164 of the CMR Podcast Network. Today, we're exploring one of the most powerful, yet often uncomfortable principles for growth. Inviting people to question your thinking. CMR Podcast. Most of us want to be supported and validated. But what if I told you that true progress comes from having people around you who challenge your ideas, question your strategies, and push you to see what you might be missing? This episode will focus on the importance of creating a challenge network, a group of trusted individuals who pressure test your views and help you become sharper and more intentional in life and business. We'll discuss how this practice can unlock new levels of clarity, because clarity is power, growth, if you're not getting rid of your old ways,
get rid of weakness,
right? And success. Joining me today are some incredible leaders from the CMR Podcast Network. Emely from AntsBeliefs Podcast, Jeandy will be from Day.One.Podcast, Vanessa from Lucy Sombra Podcast, Manny from Consistency 360 Podcast, and to wrap it up with my brother Sam from Capital Games Podcast. Emely,
yeah.
Each of them will share their unique perspective, but I want to hear your perspective and your experience, right? So Emely from AntsBeliefs Podcast, overcoming the fear of being questioned. Why people fear criticism and how it limits growth, right? Why do you think people avoid being questioned or challenged? How you doing, first of all, today?
Excelentemente bien. Spiritually, espiritualmente, mentally, mentalmente, physically, físicamente, emotionally, emocionalmente y financially, financieramente. Porque que no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. Because he who doesn't live to serve doesn't serve living. Positive, productive intention.
So, once again, the question is, why do you think people avoid being questioned or challenged?
In my experience, I think it's because they are not sure also the things they are bringing or the things they are saying. So they have self-doubt. If someone asks some question, they have fear that they will not have the answer for that.
See, I question everything, Emely.
Yeah.
Why this, why that, why everything? Everything started with why. Why am I here talking to you? Why am I here creating content for them? I'm doing this for them. I'm not doing this shit for me. But I also understand that if I do it for me, because it fulfills me, right? This is my legacy. What's not recorded is not remembered. If I said fuck you, I meant it. And I'm not backing it up. 34 years. Emely, I've noticed that people that walk around with a mask and they're not their authentic self, they're not bold, they will never make it in life. They will never fucking experience life to the fullest. Emely, being myself is my biggest flex. Because what you see is what you get. I just don't tell a brother or a sister, go fuck yourself, just to go tell you. I'd rather be hated and have peace within, and you get me, than being loved and be at peace with the external world. My inner world, I'm just concerned with my connection with God and my inner world, and then the people that see the value in me. Because I'm not a disrespectful person. Because respect starts from within. I live by the self-respect. I don't go and say, oh, I'm going to respect you based on how you respect me. No. I'm going to respect myself so you can see my standards. I'm going to respect you the same way so you can see the standard. That's why when I see a brother or sister, I treat them like they're the most important person in the world. I don't care who the heck they are. I ask them for their name, look at them straight to their eye, and I'll focus on their strength and praise them on their strengths. You know why?
Why?
There's no envy in me. There's no hate. There's no competing. Huh? Know thyself. When you get to know thyself, something happens, Emely. Huh?
What happened?
You know what happens?
What happens?
You get to be a light where there's darkness. Most people, they don't even get to know thyself. What advice? How to reframe criticism as a tool for empowerment. Emely, what advice will you give to someone afraid of stepping out of their comfort zone to grow?
That just do it, just jump. Because if you are afraid of doing something, you need to analyze why you are afraid. And if you keep thinking about it, you will never do it. So just take the risk.
Growth begins at the end of your comfort zone, where questions push you to be better. Emely, now that you're in this organization, have you become a better a person that asks better questions? You see, I measure a man or a woman not by the answers they give, it's by the questions they ask. Personally, I don't care the answers. You got me? See, I answer with questions because I want to hear the intention behind the stuff. Ask me something, and I bet you anything, I'm gonna answer it with a question because I want to get to the root of stuff. You got me? I thank God that my mindset is different. I have all my life questioning everything, Emely. Questioning everything. That's why people's limiting beliefs, time is time, money.
That's money now.
It is money, depending who you ask.
Yeah.
So you see, that's why today's episode, why this year you need to invite people to question your thinking. It is. It is. For you and for a lot of people. For me, time is priceless. For some other people, time is not simply money. Time is, it could be, a resource that they don't value. They don't understand the value, the current, that time is a currency as well.
Okay.
When we pay either with our time, with our money. Well, how about if you get your money with your time? You see how I'm here triggering your mind? Like, it does counterintuitive, like it doesn't make sense? You're going to be able to replay back this video?
Yeah.
Huh?
Right.
Question what I'm saying. So, Emely, why this year you need to invite people to question your thinking? Last year, you invited the Carlos of the world, right, to question your thinking. How did it win? In another word, you had AntsBeliefs of how life works, right? Obviously, anybody in this organization is because we're challenging the status quo, right? We're challenging the way people think because most people don't even think. Yeah. Remember, you had a worker mindset, worker mentality. Now you're here developing a thinking mentality. And now you're also developing a taking action mentality. Because there's people that think too much. They get stuck in analysis paralysis, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So answer the question, why this year you need to invite people to question your thinking. What can you tell the world?
Okay, the only way to grow is questioning the thing you are doing. It's like the same way Socrates learned. He always questioned the wisest man there is in his time because he believed that he wasn't wiser. So he always questioned everything so he can learn more.
So do you believe when I say, and all the philosophers say, if there's one thing we know nothing. Yeah. We don't know anything. Now you get it?
Yeah, that's why he said that.
Right? There's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we do want to have different guests, this and this, that, right? In the organization. Yeah. Right? But we also want them to question us. But we're also going to question them. Yeah. Right? And judge a man by the fruit it bears. Right? Yeah. Meaning judge a tree by the results. Yeah. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
What else can you tell the world, Emely, so the next person could come?
What I can say is that if you want to grow and achieve everything you have, and also if you have goals that you want to accomplish, you need to question where you at and the steps you have to take or other person told you that you need to take. So the only way to grow is questioning what you want also. So thank you.
Thank you, Emely. Today's episode was inspired by this book. You become what you think. Master your mind, master your life. See, most people, they will never get to master their mind. I know, if you don't get to master your mind, you will never get to master your life. You become what you think. That's why a man or a woman is measured by the quality of his thoughts or her thoughts. Most people tienen cucaracha. You know what cucaracha? Cockroach. Most people, you want me to tell you something, Jeandy? Most people, yo soy sapiosexual. Most people cannot even stimulate my mind, not even hair. And it's crazy because I look at everybody as a teacher. Like I could genuinely learn from everybody. But the minute a man or a woman opens their mouth, they reveal to the world who they are. Most people have nothing in la cabeza. That's why in this organization, we're addicted to personal development. We want to question what I'm saying. I want people to be like, when we're here recording, like go against my status quo. That's the point. Because I'm going to go against your status quo. The teacher appears when the student is ready, right? But the student got to also understand something, right? If you're going to get a coach or teacher, the coach teacher is going to show you a way. But that's not the only way to go there. If you get yourself a trainer to train you physically, if you put Gio from El Camino del Guerrero to train you, he's going to give you a total different formula than the formula I'm going to give you. And you're going to notice that people's formula there's a lot of different factors how they basically approach their formula. It could be experience. It could be their obsession or their commitment or their interest in that field. You got me? Just because somebody says they're a trainer, that doesn't make them in the 1% of the 1% of the trainers. And also, forget about them saying it. Just look at the what?
Their life, how they live
their body.
That area.
Huh?
Correct.
Right? Why in LA Fitness, there's a lot of trainers. Every day I see trainers. But ask me if I will hire them to train me.
Would you?
Bro, they don't lead by example. For me to get somebody, they gotta lead by example. If the man or woman that is trying to help you in X area, if they don't have what you basically want to have or something like that, they're the wrong people. Most people are just straight up talkers, right? But today's episode, Jeandy, was inspired by this, right? Action. Invite people to question your thinking. Set up a challenge network or supportive friends who can pressure test your views. So, how you doing, first of all?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos. Blessed and highly favored. Positive, productive, and intentional. You ask why we here to learn, not just from you, but also give the blessing, the opportunity I have with you, give it back to the world. Hopefully, of my segment, they could take something away and they could apply it to their life.
Not hopefully, they are. Because you're going to talk to your old self.
Correct.
You get me? Because that's the point, right? Because if you would have kept with that same mindset that you had before, tell the world. Overall, go, answer.
I mean, when it comes to that illusion, you ask Emely, is time is money. Time is priceless, I agree, but without time, like how you said on Vanessa's episode that the world wasn't just created just for money. Like, I don't know if that, to the degree that money is just a tool to get what you want, but it isn't something that you chase. It's something you attract depending on the service or the service that
we
you
get
render
paid in
to the
direct
world.
proportion to the difficulties of the problems we solve.
Correct.
Straight up, in any man or any woman's contact that has my contact, I'll promise you I'm the most valuable man, human, in that person's contact.
Why you believe that?
I believe that not 100% or a quadrillion %.
Why?
You know why?
I don't know why.
The man that works all day has no time to make money. Forget about the money. The man that works all day has no time to personal development. Bro, I'm addicted to personal development. But I'm not just addicted to personal development. I'm addicted to applying the personal things I've learned. But guess what? Even better, right? I did the opposite. The same way, you see how basketball? I learned how to play the game in the game. So if I'm going to go to war, I'm the type, I want to be in war. Because the mindset that it requires to be under pressure, it's a total different mindset than they can watch the videos.
But I'm going to counter you with this. In war, you can't get your life back.
But I'm going to tell you straight up, what? You're now thinking negative, whatever the mind of a man, right?
You can learn off others what they're doing.
If you think in negative terms, you attract negative.
Correct.
I'm thinking automatically, I'm going to have my awareness.
How so?
Bro, come on, bro. Bro, common sense 101.
What's that?
You're gonna be aware. That's like to drive a plane. I don't want to drive a plane in a stimulus thing. You got me? I want to drive a plane. If you're the pilot, I want to be right next to you. That's how I learn. Let me see the actual stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong. You got me? Because the thing is, in the actual stuff, I feel maybe I'm wrong. That's what you really get to learn.
Of course.
You got me? You cannot go watch videos on YouTube how to do a tres leche. I'm the type, Give me all the ingredients, and I'm gonna figure that shit out now. I'd rather literally just fail forward and just do 10 tres leche, right? And fail like fast. But how about if I get a coach, trainer, or a chef that knows how to do it?
It could guide you.
They could guide me. They could take me in the elevator instead of me taking the stairs, right? But most people, they don't even learn like that. Most people that are employees, how the heck they still don't figure out the business? How the heck there's people that work in a restaurant or work in any type of business and they don't understand the whole thing?
That's a good question.
Huh?
Why do you think it is?
Simple. Just because you're the best chef doesn't make you a business person or a visionary. You got to see the thing from the outside in. You got to understand that to run a business is not just your expertise of being the best chef. You got to know how to deal with the numbers, how to deal with the people, the customer, the suppliers, you got me, the investors. See, there's a lot of different little skill sets. How you talk to investors is totally different than how you talk to the employees.
Right.
You see?
But now...
And to the customer, different.
It all comes down to comfortability. That's just life, though. Why do people get comfortable?
But you understanding why this year you need to invite people to question your thinking?
Yeah.
Because when you invite people to question the way you think, something's going to happen. So, for example, Dave Ramsey, Robert Kiyosaki. Dave Ramsey, hey, don't get in debt. Robert Kiyosaki, hey, leverage. Guess what? I said I'm going to read everything from Dave Ramsey. I'm going to read everything from Robert Kiyosaki. Then the minute I was able to see both perspectives, then I was able to pick based on whatever situation I was in. I went with Robert Kiyosaki. Dave Ramsey is a Jew. Jews they don't rock like Dominicans. Jews, they help each other. Like the Arabs. There's not some certain cultures that they help each other. I'm not saying all Jews are the same, but most Jews go to Passaic Park. They're all dressed the same. They all help each other. You get me? They even turn their homes into a spiritual thing so they don't even pay taxes. They're smart. You get me? They help each other overall. You know what I mean?
Move like a pack.
They move like a pack. You got me? But Dominican, they're pulling their side. You got me? A lot of different races, even black people. I saw a video. Forgot who said it. And I should have sent it to you guys. That he was saying something also about people of color. That they have one problem. They're extremely talented, extremely creative. They're trendsetters. They're innovators. Well, they got one problem. Unity.
I seen a video too that talks about God, and then you could go to the segment. But God loves union, but devil comes to divide.
You see? This is God using us. That's why if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. See, everything in this organization is so we could go together. But if you want to go fast, the wrong organization. Because I know what I could bring to not just your table, everybody on the organization's table, is so not simply so you guys can forget about blessing me. How can we bless God? How can we bless God's children? How can I bless you? And I'm the fourth on. I'm the last one. Leaders eat last. But I promise, not myself, I promise God, the creator, right? That the best gift that I could give the world and give God is my best version. And to become my best version, I got to personally develop myself. Business develop myself. Self-improve. That golden hour. Forget about one golden hour. Bro, when you have obsession, you could read a book in one day. Why would I take like a whole week? Like I'm the type of motherfucker, like when I want to do something, I have an obsession, bro. That's why I've never had a problem. Because if I have a problem, based on what people label it, I want to fix that shit now. It shouldn't become a fucking problem. We should have talked about that shit before we started. I don't know if it makes sense. So, Jeandy, making day one the beginning of your challenge network, right? Why having accountability partners from day one accelerates your progress, right? How has your challenge network helped you take meaningful action from day one?
I mean, my meaningful network, like the organization, helped me take meaningful action because this is bigger than us. So everything I do is bigger than me. Like I come from a family that's trained to work for money, whereas is you're telling us personal development and use that to pay that blessing back to others. Zig Ziglar said, if you help enough people get what they want, you eventually get what you want. And I understand that, how you said, all of our dreams, it falls under the same 3 categories. We all want a nice car, whatever the dream car may be to that person. Everybody wants a dream home for their family, but everything starts with the dream business. How are you serving? How are you giving back to the world with the gifts and talents you have? Most people just put them in shells and they don't maximize their potential.
Okay, we could recommend the world, people, all right, go read this book. But that's vague. Everybody's different.
Custom tailored.
There's people, that's why we're coaches. I could literally see your brother and I'll be like, okay, he does need that book. But if he doesn't overcome this habit, even if he read this book, he'll never make it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Correct.
Huh? Think about it. Let's say you use outwitting the devil. Let's say somebody uses drug, alcohol, and they still are not aware that the devil uses, substance to overpower them mentally. That's why they escape in reality. Now we recommend them the cash flow quadrant. Bro, that's literally like putting a bandage, on a wound. Like, or give a dick, a guy, Carlos, have you read Think and Grow Rich? I read Think and Grow Rich. Like motherfucker, go read Atomic Habits. What all that fucking bad habits you fucking have? You fucking stupid motherfucker. Obviously, I don't talk to them like that, you got me?
Of course.
Because low-key, I act like I don't got empathy. Because I give people that pain so they can reflect, so they can progress.
Yeah.
But low-key, I'm really now about to say I think I'm one of the most empathetic people in the world. Because I could see it even in the basketball court.
Why the back? What do you mean?
Not everybody has empathy.
That's true.
Think about it. Let's record all the basketball games.
Jose always
Let's record the Sams of the world, the Mars of the world, the Jeandys of the world.
I'll be showing empathy. I'll be.
Yo,
OD.
I think I'm the most empathetic person there, from my perspective. Like, I'd rather see a brother make the ball, you got me, and not play defense and win the relationship and convert the relationship into business, straight up, than literally they can try to be Mr. Tough Man to try to stop the man. I can't control defense. You got me? I
said I hear you in that sense.
You got me? Certain things you can, here and there. You got me? But I'd rather not wake the enemy within them. I'd rather keep my enemies close. Patrick Bet-David has a book, apart from your next 5 moves, when it comes to enemies. I highly recommend it. I'm not going to give the title, but it has to do with enemies. Keeping your enemies cerca. See, most people, the 48 laws of power, human nature, they'll never understand life. Because the thing is, I'm going to put it in perspective. If I go wake up the devil within you, right? Something could happen. What do you think will happen?
I don't know. What will happen?
Think about it.
What do you think will happen?
Bro, you do that shit with anybody. People think the enemy's outside. The enemy's yourself. Like, all the shit that happens to people is because they attracted that. Think about it.
Correct.
We just don't think that just don't happen to us.
You attract it.
We attract everything. I'm a genuine belief that we attract what we are. We attract what we deserve. And that applies to good things or bad things. So when you're here getting disrespected, what are you doing that you're not respecting yourself? Remember, people will mirror you. If you don't respect yourself, don't expect people to respect you. Because I could go right now and deal with bums. I could go right now to El Maricomio, where there's supposedly crazy people. There's no such thing as crazy people. Yo, I've noticed I have an ability. You could put me around people that have mental problems. I'm good with people with even mental problems. Like, look, notice even that guy right now that's playing in the gym, right? There's people that they don't know how to deal with him, how to handle him. They don't know, and that guy will fuck any of them niggas up. I'll promise you, that guy, give him the hand, he'll beat the shit. That guy pissed off, I'll tell you guys this shit. That guy.
Thomas, he has a name.
Yes.
Thomas.
And guess what? He wouldn't even get locked up. Don't take him to a maricomio. Because, you get me? But I'll promise you, the nigga that pisses that guy off, you're dead. Forget about truck and trailer. He'll crush you. You got me? And there's people that don't have no common sense. I'm like, yo, this guy doesn't know who the fuck he's messing. Like, yo, he's like a David in a Goliath body. I don't know if that makes sense. And spiritually, I know he's protected. I don't know if it makes sense. And people, instead of fucking, sometimes people, you could see people's empathy and all that shit there. So, Jeandy, how to select the right people for your challenge network? What do you say to those who feel intimidated by accountability? You got me? Because sometimes we humans, not sometimes, I look for accountability partners, people that hold me accountable to overall. But I'm not just going to keep my word. Judge me by the results I bring to the table, not just for myself, but for every person, if it makes sense. Because if I tell you it's X much, ain't anything, you're not going to get X much, you're going to get more. That's how I rock. But not everybody rocks like that. The man that does more than he's paid for,
We eventually get paid for more than before. What was the question again?
What do you say to those who feel intimidated by accountability?
I mean, if you're not growing, you dying. You always emphasize that. And it's also like everything in this world happens for you, not against you. So when you get constructive criticism, it's coming out of place, out of love. Because if I'm a type of individual that it comes to a point, certain people, you don't even want to waste your time on them because it's like you're trying to break you're trying to break concrete with a hammer. So it's like when people are there for you and they're giving you constructive criticism, some people could look at it as an attack, but it's really out of love for people to grow.
Tough love.
And it's like the 40 laws of power. And it's like I've learned the first one, never outshine the master. It's not that I want to outshine the master. It's just everything I do is so genuine, but sometimes like it's hard to catch people one-on-one. Like that's why I like transmitting a message. Also, how you delay the message is very important too. I don't know if that makes sense. You believe in that as well or no?
The right time to say the right things, in the right place, how to approach the stuff. Oh, of course, that's discernment. You got me? Some people, they have a thought and and then they wonder why Carlo, I'm like, this motherfucker, this bitch. No fucking common sense. You got me?
Funny.
You got me?
It's true.
Like
it's facts. But what I would say is just everything in this world happens for you, not against you. So everybody has an important message to delay to you. The person you let stink, like somebody could come, like for example, you remember that time the drunk person was outside and you was talking to him? I would feel like there's a message in everything.
You saw how I approached that?
Yeah, tranquilo, positivo. But there's a message in everything.
Yeah, right?
Of course.
Most people panic. That's what I'm saying. I could be thrown anywhere. And I could deal with anybody. That's my strength. I could call anybody random. You call right now somebody, anybody. And I'll promise you, I'll be able to talk to them like I've known them for life. And I could close anything with them too. And I could read. It's called telepathy in Think and Grow Rich says. I could read energy, feeling, everything through things. I could even read the pocket. 2-3 words, mark my word, try me out.
No, I'm going to try them out on Monday on Day.One.Podcast because Mondays is not even money-making Mondays, it's glorifying Mondays where we bring value not just to you, but to the world because that's our legacy right there. Thank you, Carlos. On Monday.
Before you go, we go about 5 pillars. The spiritual pillar, right?
Correct.
I asked you, today's episode.
How I'm doing.
Why this year you need to invite people to question your thinking. I need you, right? Because everything starts with the creator, with God, right? Mm-hmm. Right? Just because a man says they're with God doesn't make them with God. I need you to bring all the spiritual pillars, all the spiritual leaders that you know. I need them in this podcast.
I got you.
You got me?
I got you.
I'm serious.
I don't got you.
Because I want to question, my thinking when it comes to the spiritual pillar. I don't know if that makes sense.
But I feel like an episode like that would be like just too. Not no 10-minute segment. ¿Tú me entiendes?
No,
30 minutes.
How I've done it.
Okay.
You got me?
Okay.
That's gonna be. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be a different episode. You know, I've done episodes like that too. Man, I could interview too. I got.
Say less.
My skill set. I don't have to say. I'm self-taught. I'm the type of person that open restaurant without knowing how to cook. That's a flex. I open all types of business. I do real estate without knowing how to put a fucking hammer or how to put a nail. Like, come on, bro, you're talking to Carlos. Who, not how? How you doing, Vanessa?
Delegation, Carlos.
I delegate everything. Why do the work myself when somebody already has the skill set, has the experience, right? Why this year you need to invite people to question your thinking. We did an episode today. Vanessa, how you doing, first of all?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos. Espiritualmente, spiritually, mentalmente, mentally, físicamente, physically, emocionalmente, emotionally, y financieramente, financially. El que no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. Who do not live to serve, not deserve to live. Positive, productive, intentional.
Today we did an episode in Lucy Sombra podcast. What was the name of the episode, Vanessa?
El autoeducándose.
Autoeducándose.
Sí.
Self-improving, personal development. It was an episode just, giving people perspective, ideas, how you're supposed to basically self-teach yourself, self-educate yourself, the golden hour, personal development, all that good stuff. But it's in Spanish. For those that want to listen to it, go tune in to Lucy Sombra. The link is in the bio. En español.
Yes.
Vanessa, today's episode, right? Why this year you need to invite people to question your thinking, right?
Yes.
Meaning you got to ask people, hey, if I'm wrong, right?
Yeah.
Come, let's talk about it, right? Maybe I'm wrong, right?
Yes.
I'm not perfect. Progress over perfection. I'm open-minded. I'm on growth mode. I'm on crecimiento, no en sentimiento. So if I'm wrong in an area, right? Or if in an area I think I'm an expert or I've mastered an area, because if there's one thing, I don't know anything. There's always room for improving on everything, right? So Vanessa, creating trust in your challenge network, right? Trust is the foundation for constructive conversation, right? Trust, right? Why is trust so essential when creating a challenge network? Like, meaning you got to trust the person. I don't even make sense. People do business with people that like, know, and trust, right? Right?
Yes.
If they like you, they'll listen to you. And if they listen to you, they'll do business with you, right? So why is trust so essential when creating a challenge network?
What I can say is it's very essential because people, is how you say, people, they not do business when people, they not trust to someone, like what I can say. Because what I understand, now I start my own business and I know I have to help different people. People always do business when people trust. When you not have the relationship very connect or trust, they're not gonna believe or they're not gonna do business because they just, everything they're gonna think is a scam. And they're gonna say, oh, this is true, this is this, But when you build a relationship, you have to be honest, you have to be transparent. You have to show love, you have to worry about the problem. If you show them, you worry about how they, pass or something they happen to them, they're going to see, oh, she worry about my thing, But they're going to trust. But some people, they not do business because they have some limiting belief too.
Vanessa, you want to hear the funny thing with me?
Yes.
I've been in a position all my life where I attract, right? But my biggest flex is my rejection. That's the level I'm in. See, people do business with people that like, know, and trust. Yeah. Just because people like me, get to know me, and they feel they trust me, because I could build trust with a person
right away.
Forget about right away, in negative 0 second. My building rapport with people is sicker than average. I got all my life. That's one of my strengths. I'm not confident. I'm 1,000,000,000% on that ability. How to win friends and influence people. One of my best silence that I'm aware that I have is influence. I'm very influential. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm good convincing. A nivel de cotorra.
Convencimiento.
So, since I'm always been in a position that I don't got to chase people, right? I've always been attracting people. Even since a little kid. All my business, that's why by 17, I had 5 stores. In my stores, I was able to tell people, my people, do not sell to that person. That's a flex.
Yeah.
That's how you know you made it in business or life. Personal level or business. In the personal level, a man that doesn't reject women, you cannot say you're high value. A man is not measured by how many women he gets. It's by how many women he rejects. I'm saying that. Carlos. ¿Que Romeo Santo de qué?
No le queda
¿Que Romeo Santo de qué, coño?
No le queda chiquito. Yeah.
Pound to pound. ¿Que Romeo Santo de qué? I don't gotta say that shit. You could smell it in me. That fucking come on, man.
De otra frecuencia.
I'm a different dimension. Personal, business, everything. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. If in the business level you chase money, in the personal level you chase pussy.
You're not gonna.
And you want to know why 97% of men are not successful?
Why?
Huh?
Because they chase.
You know what's the biggest energy? Chapter 11, Think and Grow Rich. page 267, 266.
Sexuality is
Huh?
something
Sexual
like that.
transmutation,
Yeah.
right? Most men are chasing pussy,
they just-
chasing woman. And I don't blame them, because sex drive is the biggest drive, right? And in the business level, they chasing the money, but they're not even chasing the money because they're a worker. They're programmed to be worker, not thinker. Most people do not think, Vanessa. So when you basically are around a Carlos and you have a worker mentality and I have a thinker mentality, I don't want to say that we're going to clash, but I do understand them, but they don't understand me. But I'm not going to tell them, yo, bro, sis, I understand you. I'm going to just listen to them. If you argue with an idiot, they'll drag you to that level, right? So you got to put yourself in their shoes, right? But since you put yourself in their shoes, certain people, it's not worth dealing with them.
Yeah, but I understand something. When you have open mind, it's like you can understand. I remember when I work in my 9 to 5 and used like to explain to us, like people, they sell the time for money, right? But I didn't like feel the way you tell me, I didn't take personal. I just like, I understand before when you explain to me. But I know some people, you can say, oh, you sell your time for money. They feel like, oh, what do you say that? You know, like, I know that part because some people, they're not in growth mode. They just, how I can say?
Fixed mindset.
Yeah, they just like
Fear,
thinking,
comfort. So, Vanessa,
Yes.
balancing vulnerability, being vulnerable
Yeah.
with confidence in your relationships, right? What's one way to build trust with someone who challenges you? Because, you know, I challenge you, right? You tried to challenge my thinking too, right?
Wait. I don't remember, but maybe.
You don't think?
Yeah.
Women will always try to challenge a man's way of thinking. When it comes to, when I bring awareness, you know, that y'all women are born with value, we're born with value less, that we're not the same. So women will get an attack mode. Oh, that's machismo.
Yeah, when you do ramasazo.
This, that's that, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes people think based on their level of experience, based on their level of understanding. See, I speak the way I speak even in my personal level, because I even have read books how to deal with women.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, female nature. And I tell my brothers, I've told all my brothers here,
Just read the
what
book.
books to read too.
To see how women
I told, straight up, if I say it, or is that messed up? Huh? Most guys, they don't know there's female nature.
Just learn,
Huh?
learn.
There's a language on how to speak to women and how to deal with them. They say they want a nice guy. They don't want a nice guy.
They want
a nice asshole. You gotta have that balance. When a woman feels that she could do this shit to you, you lost her. When she feels that she cannot basically, like she has you on her fucking thing, you lost her. You get me? That's why as a man,
Learn money.
no, Manny knows this. Manny was born knowing this shit.
Oh, okay.
You get me? I'm telling the other men, they knew better, they do better. Manny's been doing better. Manny has an abundance with women.
Now
Manny,
he make better decisions.
Manny has 1 billion women. Come on, man. Yo,
Oh my God,
Vanessa,
Manny.
once again, trust turns questioning into guidance, not criticism. So what's one way to build trust with someone who challenges you? So I could go with Manny.
Okay, the way. Can you repeat the question?
What's one way to build trust with someone who challenges you?
Okay, when someone challenges, it's like because they wanted the best for you. It's like the same you say. Like,
Not everybody that challenges you wants the best for you.
No, but I see.
Some people, shout out to Myron Golden. He was pretty much, he had a video. I got to send it to you guys. And it was good that it relates with this thing too. Let's use Trump. You notice when Trump or, you know, the president, they're here dealing with the campaign, going against another candidate. Sometimes they'll use words or with people. Let's say, you know, somebody African-American, right? Is having an argument with somebody. And that person, let's say is white. And they'll be like, oh, but you're racist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm fucking dark skinned. I never experienced racism.
Yeah.
And if I experience it, I'll laugh. I'll laugh like motherfucker. Like you think I'm gonna go to sleep, you know, crying? Like I don't know if that makes sense.
Maybe you're not like the
Vanessa, they
position
could
was like
right
that.
now they could tell me, yo, you're the ugliest man alive. Vanessa,
You know, this
I'ma
thing-
still feel like, oh my gosh, I feel so abundant, Vanessa, overall.
Yeah.
I feel like any woman that sees me, she'll question straight up the man she got next to her. That straight up. In another word, yo soy capaz de conquistar cualquier mujer. I'm capable of literally seducing any woman. And forget about the art of seduction. Robert Greene.
El hombre está tremendo.
I'm speaking facts.
Okay.
That's influence. How to win friends that influence people. That's in the woman's side. Or seducing. Well, imagine you combine all those skills also in business and a lot of different things. You become a threat. That's like literally having the layup package. You could shoot mid-range. You could shoot this. You should do a lot of different little skill sets.
Okay, the question you say, like, I understand you say, like, every people is not challenge you, but sometimes when people, they wanted the best for you, and it's like how you say, when you tell me, Vanessa, you have to speak English in my podcast, and you challenge me because...
No, those are my standards. I don't tell you.
I just like...
I don't tell you. Because
I just say, oh my God, I have to learn.
If you don't speak the language I'm telling you, that this podcast is, you're the wrong person.
Yeah, but...
Next, simple. You wouldn't even be here.
Okay,
Like,
but let me...
there's standards. You
Carlos,
got me?
but let me talk.
Okay, but I mean, it's a difference between standards.
But the best way for me to be more fluent in speak is like to sit here and say, I don't want to feel like, embarrassed.
That's why I worked on my character. That way, any motherfucker or bitch, or any of y'all motherfuckers that want to put a negative comment, I don't give a fuck. And like, genuinely, my podcast is to literally reject people. I'm not worried about attracting. Because I know for a fact, same way, like all my business, I've done it all my life. I always understood that my target audience is not everybody. It's the 1% of the 1% of the 1% of the 1% of the 1%. That's why I want to basically attract the people that when they hear me speak like that, they're not taking it like it's personal to them. They're like saying, hey, this guy is, he's being tough on the word, but that's tough love. He's putting me through mental pain. You got me? So I could reflect, so I could progress. But I know he's using words probably because his upbringings, his environment, how he was raised. You got me? If I would have been weak on myself, I would have been a weak-ass motherfucker like 99% of y'all motherfuckers listening to this shit. Or y'all fucking bitches. Y'all want to take words personal? That's on y'all. This podcast, you could either, like the Jeandys of the world, you could either eat the chicken, spit out the bone, or you could fucking judge the messenger, you got me, and not listen to the fucking message. I'm not gonna get mad. Episode already, 164? You got me? I'm still doing it. Yeah, episode 164. Like I don't get fucking people telling me, or negative comment. If I plan on stopping what? For me to know, for you to find out. Mm-hmm. If you stop, that doesn't gonna make me stop. How many teams I've fucking done it?
Let's go.
CMR Podcast. Go watch CMR Podcast, the original CMR Podcast. Go watch all the episodes there. Huh? I'm the type of motherfucker with people, without people, I get shit done. All my life. You know why?
Why?
Because every next milestone and every next journey, guess what? It was always better than the previous.
You already got to.
Like, that's why I'm a successful failure. Because I'm willing to literally fail forward. Y'all motherfucker, y'all have one challenge. Y'all cry like little bitches and throw the fucking the toalla to the floor. Do I look like a quitter? Start over till we win. Like today, we were beating our team. Sam, you were playing today, right? On that team? It was 10-0. And these fucking guys, they were like, game is over. Motherfucker, his game is 16. Like, game is over. They were crying like little bitches. Yo, we had them 10-0. They're like, and I'm like, yo, no, faith. And you saw that, Sam. I genuinely wanted them to make the fucking ball. Like, that game, Sam, straight up, I don't care if you get mad at me, I wanted them to lose that game. To prove a point, bro. Huh? There's certain things in life that you just gotta, to teach a brother a lesson, you wanna lose that game. Yo, you would have seen these guys, they're nice as fuck. But yeah, we had them 10-0, bro, game 16.
Y'all were shooting 3-pointers like crazy, huh?
Now you understand two's more than one?
Obviously.
Huh?
Yeah, of course.
These fucking geniuses, they're
They
like,
want
no. Like, we got to start with a layup. Fuck that. I'd rather risk a 2, right? And start the game with a 2, right? Then go for a layup and make 1.
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Of
But it
course.
takes a person that's a thinker to understand my message. But to each his own. I would have been in the NBA, straight up. I would have been in the top 1%. It would have been LeBron. It would have been Carlos right next to LeBron and the Currys. Fuck that. Like straight up. Like I'm talking about they would have had to have my name in the in the league, like overall.
Is it too late?
Bro, I would have been shooting if they shoot 1,000 shots per day. You know how many shots I'll shoot? Because they set the standards.
3,000.
I'll 10x it. I'll do 10,000. I'll 10,000. I'll be on automatic. I'll learn how to shoot with my eyes closed. That's the flex. Like why shoot with the eyes open? Like everybody doing that shit. Why you think I play basketball without jumping? Everybody jumps to take a shot.
Hey, te está pasando, te está pasando. Diga eyes closed.
Bro, I'm dead ass.
Hey, te está pasando,
I do it right now too.
Oh, yeah, ahora.
Sam does it too.
Let's go.
So Manny, consistency. How you doing, first of all?
Good.
You're good?
Excelente.
You see,
I'm
you see,
excellent.
we wouldn't want to attract the people that are doing good.
I'm excellent.
Oh,
Excellent.
excelentemente.
I'm excellent.
It's not just excellent. People don't get the mente. Excelentemente.
I'm excelentmente. I'm excellent. Excelentemente. Espiritualmente. Gotta have the connection, God, so God can question you. Have God question you. Mentalmente.
Well, this year you need to invite people to question your thinking.
Exactly. Mentalmente, so you can be more aware of the people that you should be inviting to question you. Físicamente, question why you're not going to the gym. Question yourself.
Forget about going to the gym. Question why you go to the gym and you got no results. Es mentira. Question why you work all day and you still got no money or no asses. And that, you got me? You know what poor people do? They get paid to pay bills. They focus. They're so fucking blinded. Poor people, they see it as bills. You know what rich people they see?
Opportunities?
Huh?
What they see?
Acid.
Assets.
They'll literally, they'll fuck the bill. I'm gonna buy this acid. This bill could wait. I'm that ass.
Yeah.
And if they don't got the money, they'll borrow the money.
They'll find a way.
They'll find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Of course.
Go.
Emotionally, why get in your feelings if somebody questions you? Somebody asks you, why do you do that? Or
Power versus force.
Exactly.
Page 90. The map of what? Of consciousness. I bet you anything that you and everybody else in the organization haven't studied that page. Huh? I bet you anything. If you study that page, I'll promise you, every time you deal with a brother, starting with yourself, you're going to know where you at. The log. What number? Once you already get to know thyself, your log, you're going to be able to put every person that comes across you in a log. See, I know what log you in. I know what log everybody in the organization is in, even though I don't tell you guys. Because I study that shit so to the teeth. So I could get to know myself, so I could know where I'm at. But also, I wanted to also know where people are at. So it's not to meet you at that level, but to put myself in your shoes so I could raise my standards so I could help you up brain. Make sense?
Of course.
Financially?
Financieramente. El que no vive para servir no sirve para vivir. He who does not live to serve doesn't deserve to live. Period. Positive, productive, and intentional. You always want to keep. You always want to stay positive. You always want to do what's productive. And you always want to be intentional with what you do.
Manny, Consistency 360 podcast. Yesterday we did an episode. Playtime
It's over.
is over. Are you playing?
Not no more.
Huh?
No, that's
Do you know it's a different mindset that you gotta have between practice and game time? Huh? Right? That's why I don't practice. Because even when I practice, I got the game time mindset. I'm not good for practice. I want to be in game time 24/7. Because if you bring your mindset, your practice mindset to the game time, you're not going to play the same. But if you bring your game time mindset to practice, you're going to take it what?
serious.
Serious. Make sense?
course.
That's why most people are not high achievers. They don't know the difference between
Playtime.
and what? Serious time. Business. You take care of business, business takes care of you. So staying consistent through challenges, right? How staying consistent proves your value to your challenge network, right? You've been consistent. I don't want to use the word lately because then it'll backfire like a boomerang, right? You've been consistent. I believe you're going to be consistent. Years.
All around, I'm doing
365, not 360.
I'm taking care of whatever I have to take care of to stay consistent.
Okay, even though today there was a Route 3.
Route 3 accident.
That's why today we started late, right?
Right.
So, how has consistency helped you navigate challenges in your own journey?
How has staying consistent helped me navigate to get past?
How has consistency helped you navigate challenges in your own journey?
I mean, you focus on being consistent, focus on your purpose, and eliminate your distractions. Eliminating your distractions will help you be consistent over time to get the results you need.
I'm going to bring an awareness to you when it comes to the physical pillar. You should contact Gio from El Camino del Guerrero. Shout out to Gio from El Camino del Guerrero. You should train with Gio. Straight up. Gio could transform your body in 3 months, bro. Don't settle for less. You could do it in 3 months. You got to know, obviously, your heart rate. You take 220 minus your age times 0.75, and you find out your heart rate. So you work out for 90 minutes, I told you. But I told you, do high interval training. Like insanity. Insanity is what?
The movement.
Movement.
Insanity is keeping it. Hurry up, the pace. I'm
going to let the Sims and other people tell you.
Having high pace.
It's doing something.
Repetitively.
Expecting what? Different results.
Exactly.
Right? So, straight up, the gym is not working out for you. Because I don't know, you look like you got man boobs.
These are pecs. You know pecs?
What's pecs?
You don't know what pecs are. Work on your chest so you can have pecs.
Bro, I'm seeing a gut.
Forget about the gut.
This episode today, why this year you need to invite people to question your thinking. I'm questioning the way you're thinking when it comes to your physical pillar. Straight up. Bro, 3 months. It's January 2nd today. It's the first quarter of the year. We're going to take it quarter by quarter. Right? This quarter, I challenge the Mannings of the world, the Estebans of the world. Nah, Sam has changed drastically. Straight up. From the first episode to now, yo, Sam, I was looking at Sam today, not because he's here, but damn, my brother looking fucking good, no homo. Yo, he's been fucking drastically, yo, I'm that ass. You got me? From the first episode to now.
So he can't get any better?
Of course he could get better, bro. Bro, because the thing is, the Sams of the world, they're skinny, he doesn't look good. Well, he's toning up. You got me? You got me? And basketball, fucking guy don't miss. Ting, ting, ting. He's a sniper in basketball. Shooter, shoot. When I see Sam shooting, I get inspired. I get motivated. You got me?
Te pones rápido.
Bro, this guy, one of the best shooters, not because he's here, because I don't kiss ass.
I got you.
But he could shoot. You got me?
I seen him shoot.
You got me? You could shoot, but you're just not consistent. You got a better form than me. Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah, of course.
You see? So why this year you need to invite people to question your thinking? So Manny, I'm questioning your thinking when it comes to your body, your physical, right?
Sure.
I'm also questioning your thinking when it comes still to your financial pillar. Straight up. Right? And I'm questioning your thinking when it comes to the spiritual pillar. Overall, your mindset overall. You need people like the Carlos of the world. So, Manny, to wrap it up with you, what advice will you give to someone struggling to stay consistent while being questioned?
Yo, don't think you know it all. Find whatever the question is, right? Let whoever question you, let whoever critique you, and use that as positive criticism.
So using feedback as fuel for discipline and growth, right?
Of course.
So consistency transforms challenges into stepping stones to success.
Normal.
Right?
Claro.
Bro, what else can you tell the world so I can wrap it up with Sam?
No, stay consistent and focusing on what you want, and you're gonna obtain the results you're looking for at the end of the day. Thank you.
Thank you. With my brother Sam from Capital Games Cast. Always looking like $1 billion. Sam from Capital Games. How questioning your thinking can improve your financial decisions. Sam, first of all, how you doing? Introduce yourself to the world, even though you don't need no introduction. You got me?
My name is Sam Rekasima. Today I'm excelente mente bien, spiritualmente, mentalmente, físicamente, emocionalmente, financieramente. El que no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. Positivo, productivo, intentional.
Bro, you speaking fluent Spanish, bro. What are you doing, bro? The year just started, bro. You're here shocking the system. Imagine now you're also in your personal level talking Spanish to a woman, bro. What will you tell a woman if you go, you know, and she's Spanish? Well, how will you greet her? How will you approach her in Spanish? You know, why this year you need to invite people to question your thinking.
Yes.
I'm here questioning, you know, why if I'm a man and I live in a world that people speak different language, especially there's a big population, Spanish, right? When you're bilingual, something happens. You get more pull, you get to attract more. Or maybe I'm wrong.
Well, no, of course you have more, your communication is better.
Your
right?
communication is better.
It's better communication. You're going to have more understanding as well. You know, people want to deal with people who can understand and communicate with them.
So, in the personal level, how will you approach it? And my bad, I'm here asking you that. Straight up, I'm here getting you out of your comfort zone, bro. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Because look at it like this. If you develop your Spanish, which I challenge you this year.
I'm working on my
Kaizen,
Spanish.
just Kaizen, not
Yes.
Prozen. Prozen is Super Saiyan Plus.
Okay.
Kaizen is 15 minutes, bro.
You said Prozen is what? Super Saiyan?
Prozen is, Manny invented that word. Anything that is 2% or more, remember, Kaizen is 1%.
1%.
15 minutes of an hour, the day has 24 hours. 15 minutes, 1 hour is 4%. Kaizen is 1%. So 15 minutes that you block on your calendar just for Spanish. Learning Spanish. You put it like that, learning Spanish, right? And you literally focus 15 minutes, no distraction, to learn Spanish. You buy yourself a Spanish dictionary, Spanish-English dictionary. But you also use artificial intelligence to have conversation like you're talking to a girl. I'm that ass. Hey, I want you to act like a girl, but you're Spanish. I don't speak no Spanish. Talk to me. You're my girlfriend. Or I want you to be my girlfriend. I like you. You see? But artificial intelligence is only as smart as the person using
Using it right.
So now, artificial intelligence is going to talk to you. And now it's going to talk to you in Spanglish. You get it?
Yeah.
And now you go back and forth.
Okay.
So it's going to teach you the base. I'll promise you, bro. And there's apps, Duolingo. Shout out to the Mars.
Yeah.
Mars been putting down his body first because we challenge his thinking. His thinking was, oh, now I'm going to go play basketball first, then work out. I'm like, oh. Body first, then you play basketball. Make sense?
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
So, you don't want to answer that?
¿Cómo estás usted?
¿Cómo está usted?
¿Cómo estás?
Well, you see, improve the Spanish, bro. I promise you. Your pull is going to double, triple.
right.
You got me?
Yeah.
Spanish,
No, it's good.
Make sense?
It's a good tool to have.
it's a good thing to have on
Yes.
your roll, on your
Yes.
thing. So, Sam, let's talk about today. Obviously, we're talking about why this year you need to invite people to question your thinking. I'm a person that if I wouldn't invite people to question my thinking, straight up, first of all, thanks to God, but also thanks to that growth mindset that I have, I wouldn't be in the level I'm in. Because I've been questioning my own thinking myself. I have all my life questioning my own beliefs and looking for more truths. Albert Einstein has a quote that I love. Be a popular loner. It gives you time to wonder and seek more truths. And that's a quote that is embedded in me. You got me? Because it's not that I want to be a loner. Because obviously, like I could literally, I have so many people that want to be around me because I became so valuable that I got to a level, thanks to God, that I'm able to reject family. It sounds messed up, but hey, tell me who you're with and I'm going to tell you who you are and where you're heading. The more you personal develop on yourself, it's not that you become lonely, but you get to, you end up separating yourself more because now you have more awareness. And more awareness It's like, look at it like basketball or sport. The more awareness you have in the game, the less you want to play with people that don't know how to play the game.
Correct.
Right? At first, when I started playing basketball, I didn't understand that. There was guys that I was like, what the fuck? This guy think he better than us? You got me? Now I get it. I was not understanding that because I was ignorant in that area. You got me? I'm like, why the heck these guys, instead of at least trying to teach us, they don't want to play with us? But then I learned that when you don't know how to play, you end up hurting the people that know how to play.
Yes.
You end up playing the game, in a way that is just...
It's not good basketball.
It's not good basketball. It doesn't flow the same. You mess up the flow. That's why even one bad apple, like for example, that with all due respect to the older guy, not the Bowen, there's another older guy that plays on the weekends. That he's short.
Okay.
You got me? And most people, they don't want to play with him. And I understand. And every time he plays, even when he's on the opposite team, like I was playing, he was on the opposite team, and I was guarding him, bro. I couldn't even guard him. Shout out to Coach Ariel. When I was playing against his son, he says his son is in the top X, in the ta.
For his age,
which I respect that,
yeah.
right? For his age. But that's a different type of league. It doesn't matter how skillful, that is a different animal.
It's age.
You got me?
There's
Forget
levels.
about the age. Because age is only a number. You got me? But I couldn't play the same. So when I played against him, he stole the ball. It was not me. Because I didn't know how to approach him. I don't know if that makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah.
Right? So going back, why this year you need to invite people to question your thinking. Overall, on all the things that you heard today, you got me? What's in your mind, bro? I just want to pick up your thinking, So overall.
Yeah, so overall, I think it's very important for you to bring people in your life who can question you. And even if it's just for the ability to get another perspective, right? Especially like as you get older, you kind of get stuck in your ways. You have your certain beliefs and you believe that this is the way to do things. And that may be the case. And as you even get more successful, you're going to have less people who are even going to want to tell you something different because they become your yes men, right? They're just going to tell you what you want to hear because it's going to put them in a position where they feel like they're not going to have to challenge you or, maybe piss you off. And now that may be at a detriment to them. But at the same time, you really want to get other people questioning you so that way you can look at it from a different perspective. They might be able to expose a blind spot that you didn't see. And if you're not open to that, you can kind of just go through life and you might miss out on other opportunities because you're kind of just stuck in your ways and there's nobody else who can show you another a way or question, another way of thinking or another opportunity or situation.
See, it's an excellent point you brought that up. You want to know why? Let's use me and you as perspective, right? You come, obviously, with a mindset. I have my mindset, right? So let's say we're doing business together, right? I don't want to say my ways, because at the end of the day, everybody has their ways, and their ways, believe it or not, everybody, at the end of the day, to me, everybody's successful.
Yeah.
To me, there's no such thing as somebody's unsuccessful. Everybody in X area, they're successful.
And the strangest secret, he says success is the person who's doing what they want to do.
Yes.
Every single day and following their purpose and their path. That is success.
Yes. So if a person wants to be, un bodeguero, sell in a grocery store, and that's what they love, that's what they
success,
want,
yeah.
to me, that's success. Because that's what they want to do.
Exactly.
Right? But now, when you have the Carlos of the world, and I'll bring the awareness to those type of people, hey, bro, do you want to obviously, get yourself out of your comfort zone? Meaning, do you want to be inside this grocery store, this supermarket, just, serving people
Implementation?
In implementation. You get me? Do you, so I start asking, do you want to do that? You got me? Just to pick up the brain. You got me? Some people are going to be like, yo, I love what I do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I respect that. You got me? And then if they ask me, oh, why are you asking? I'm like, nah, I was just asking to, to just pick up your brain, You got me? And then if they come and ask me, oh, what do you do for a living? I'm like, okay, and then I'll start breaking it down. Instead of me working inside the business, I work on the business. So, the thing that you're doing, if I would have done it, instead of me working inside the square, inside the business, I'd rather give that opportunity to somebody else so I'll become a leader, right? That creates leader. So while I'll create another opportunity for somebody else.
Exactly.
So instead of me just having one bodega, one grocery store, I'm the type that I open a franchise and I open one for you, one for another person, one for another person, right?
Unification.
But now, whoever wants to grow, now I tell them, hey, we already got 5. Now I want you to be, my business partner, but managing those 5, like overseeing the 5.
Yes.
So if we got 5 and, let's say you could literally go to each, you could be one day in one, the next day in another one, take turns. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Just be the back cop, like make sure that everything's under control while I keep creating more opportunities.
Right.
You got me?
With the imagination.
But it requires a person, first of all, that has a good imagination. It has to be a vision-driven leader. It requires a person that has good communication. You got me? To be able to communicate the message in a way where that person doesn't feel like I'm better than them. I don't know if it makes sense. So I got to put myself in their shoes, speak from their perspective, and then show them my standards. Yeah. And I'm not going to lower my standards to be out there, but I still got to put myself in their shoes to be able to see the things from their thing, right? Because how am I going to be able to help a brother, if I don't bring them the awareness? Correct. So overall, we invest here in this organization in 3 things that to me, they're extremely important. Ourselves, because personal development and income go hand in hand. People's problem is not in the pocket. It's in the mindset. Yep. That's deep, right? So the best investment, I'll never sit here, you got me, you can be my brother. And if you sell real estate, I will never tell a brother, hey, the best investment is real estate. I'll be lying. That would be a yes man. Yeah. That would be a people pleaser. Yeah. I don't need validation. You got me? I'd rather be hated or not people do business with me and me speak the truth. Yeah. You got me? Shout out to my partner, Alex. You got me? Our goal, everything we've done, it was basically to help people, obviously the building, but so they could have a traditional business. But the world's changing by the second. Yes, it is. I'm here helping people also in modern business. Yeah. But if a person tells me I want a traditional business, I'll throw them our way. Yeah. You got me? But those people, they're not growing. Yeah. Right? So now, hey, we the business. So now we got to work on our personal brand, but not simply working on our personal brand. Also, we want to become communicators, right? We day trade attention. So we invest also in attention because attention is a currency. Yep. Notice that the players, let's use sports, that have the most attention or people in general that work their personal brand, right? Which is their business brand, they can monetize it. Absolutely. Right? So if we know our personal brand could get monetized, our business brand could get monetized. And my personal brand, even though I don't have the biggest personal brand, I wouldn't put just any Joe Smoke, even a collab. I don't know if that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Tell me who you with, and I'm going to tell you who you are when you're heading. Even a collab. Oh, but Carlos, that's simply a collab. No. Some people, we don't represent the same values or the same thing. You got me? It's not that I gotta know the people, but it's just, it got to be win-win for everybody. Absolutely. So making a long story short, in today's episode, going back, why this year you need to invite people to question your thinking. Invite people to question your thinking. Set up a challenge network, supportive friends who can pressure test your views. I want you to pressure test my views, bro. But I'm also telling you straight up and telling the world overall, I'm going to pressure test people's view too. That's nothing bad. Yeah. Because if a brother loves you, if a human loves you, they want to see you do not simply better than them, but like surpass and conquer your grandest dreams, if it makes sense. Yes. But as a businessman myself, I also see business where people don't see business. I don't know if that makes sense. Makes sense. You get me? Bro, I could monetize, forget one view. That's why I don't care about the views. I care about the impact. Because one person, I could literally, straight up, I could make millions of dollars with just one person. Because I understood that the best investment is myself. Now, if I could day trade attention, it's attention. But guess what? Another man, another human. Yes. I don't know if that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Those 3 things, that's my focus right now. Our PIF in this organization is to help people accomplish their dreams. But understand, people want to have the dream car, dream home, but everything starts with the dream business. Why we help people, the first thing, hey, you don't have to have your own podcast. 50-50 collab with us. You got me? But the podcast is so you could transmit your message, your mess. You're the messenger. And we're going to monetize it. All the M's. Make sense? Yep. But it's a process. So now that you're your business, we the business, right? Now you're able to promote yourself, promote all the other business opportunity that in the organization as a vision-driven leader I could create for you, right? Because let's use the Manny's of the world. He has Consistency 360. He's documenting his journey, right? As a coach mentor, I'm also coaching him and mentoring not simply him, but his audience, but also the organization. So now we're going to transform his life. He's going to also become a public speaker in the Wealth Map Summit. So we have a whole business, ecosystem around the business, if it makes sense, to leverage other people's experience. He's leveraging my experience. Leverage other people's effort. Who, not how. A lot of people are stuck in, no, I want to do the work myself. Instead of who could do this work? Because they still stuck in poor mindset that they rather save money, right? I'd rather invest the money and buy back my time, work smarter, not harder. I don't know if that makes sense. Who, not how. And also, leverage other people's money. When I say leverage other people's money, it's a lot of factors in leveraging people's money. We go open right now a business, right now, any business, no money. We could literally borrow money, if it makes sense. Also, there's a billion different ways. There's a trillion ways. There's not one right or wrong way. To get to the path of success, a lot of people don't understand that there's a trillion different ways on how to get there. To get to your home, there's a different ways to get there.
Absolutely.
It's the same thing overall. But in this organization, PIF, helping people accomplish their dream, that's our purpose. Impact over income. We're in the transformation business, that's the transaction, right? And that's how we get our fulfillment. Because seeing the Manny's of the world transform their life, to me, is going to be extremely fulfilling. What else can you tell the world? Ask me right now, overall, anything. Just blab it out, bro. You get me? Why this year? You need to invite people to question your thinking. I will still, to this day, want people to question my own thinking.
So, do you think it's good to invite anyone to question your thinking? Or would you say it's people that are either in your same sphere or the same like mindset, or people who are already in a place that you are actually trying to go?
That's an excellent question. First of all, first you become valuable, then you become scarce, right? My time is priceless. I'm not gonna sit here and just talk to any Joe Smoker, if it makes sense. My business partner, Alice, he's not doing podcasts. I could bring him. I have a lot of other business partners. I haven't brought them. Because every project requires a different mindset. You got me? And some people, it's not that I don't want to do it with them, but it's not the time to do it with them because they're probably, oh, no, I don't like camera. So I don't want to hear all these limiting beliefs. You got me? I just start things without them. With them or without them, I just start, right? So there's people, when they're aligned with the vision, the mission, the purpose, you get me? And it has to be win-win. You get me? And they want the best for the organization. I don't mind. Like the Sams of the world. Why the Sams of the world? For example, you did a podcast, obviously, with Jasmine. Right?
Yes.
If I wouldn't feel good energy from you, I wouldn't even put you with Jasmine.
Right.
Because most guys would probably try to, hit on the girl.
Right.
I know Jasmine's father. And simply, I just want to make sure that everybody around me, even the guys, I feel like they're my students. They're my mentees. I don't own them, but I want the best for them. Let's use Jasmine. Jasmine told me that she wanted her to do a podcast. Some guy hit her up. And I broke it down. Jasmine, we got to break it down for that guy. Man, that guy wanted her to chen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Because if you heard the Carlos of the world, bring me that guy to the podcast. Yeah. See, I want to talk to those guys.
Yeah.
Those are the people. You get me? Because he's going to challenge my thinking, but I'm going to challenge his thinking. The Andrew Tate of the world.
Right.
You see the levels?
Yeah.
So, in another word, I'm a very open-minded type of individual. I'm collaborating with people, not competing with people. As long as it's something that has to do win-win for everybody, I'm cool with it. Look, I tell the people here in the organization, the reason there's a Sam in the organization with the experience of real estate, you got your real estate license, is also to help these guys acquire their first home. Forget about, FHA loan. We buy it under the company. We put 20% down. Bring that asset and forget about the money. Because even as a whole organization, also all the money that we get in the organization is for overall, for everything that we're doing. You got me? Because overall, I have a plan in mind. Not in mind. I already broke down the numbers. See the next levels?
Yep.
So, in another word, we don't mind, bringing anybody. As long as that anybody is somebody that wants to bring impactful value. You get me? And if it's a business, because that's the thing. We day trade attention. Attention is a currency. CMR Podcast Networks for mentees, student. That's why I put people to pain so they can reflect, so they can progress. But everybody in the organization has a different vision, right? So using, let's say you as an example, Capital Games. That's a channel about money. Notice CMR Podcast Network is number 1. Well, you know who's number 2? Capital Games. Notice it. And look at your channel, how it's growing that it could surpass CMR Podcast Network, which I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I'm part of the project. So I want to see you not simply win. I want to see you surpass because we're going to win together.
Right.
You know what I mean? So just using your channel, look how aesthetically pleasing and look how everything is right. Look how there's certain episodes you did by yourself. I don't mind still putting half to edit the stuff and all the rest of the stuff, because I have a vision bigger than us for all this.
Yeah.
But now, even the channel, I promise you that the thing that we invested in the channel right now, in 2 seconds, we could get all the money back. If you let me bring my business acumen skills, that's deep. Because I'm not saying you don't have those business acumen skills. I would never derail people's or another man's skill set. If it makes sense, right? But I'm aware of my skill set.
Right.
I could monetize a channel with no views. Imagine a channel with views.
Right.
And forget about the view, the impact. You get me? Just the awareness and the things that we bring into the world, they're priceless. You get me?
Yeah.
But we also want to bring people that also understand there's a business behind the business. We're not just doing this for the view or to, because if it's growing, there's a billion ways how we could grow things.
Yeah.
You got me? CMR Podcast Network, I could grow it on my Instagram. I could have millions of followers. Go check my business partner, Alice. How many followers he has? 400,000 something followers. You got me? But I'm not going to buy followers. I challenge his own thinking. I respect him and love him, but hey, bro, I'm not buying followers. If I don't do things organic, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So what do you say when I even bring those things like that? Oh, you're calling people out. Hey, if you're going to buy followers, make sure you match the likes, the views, the comment. Like, have a common sense on the overall. Let's become thinkers.
Yeah.
Let's just not do things just to do, right? So if we're going to bring somebody to the organization, how I see it, I'm not here, because I want you to be happy. I want every person to be happy. But I also want to see, that those people that we're going to bring are going to be value for overall. Let's use Jasmine as an example. Jasmine interviewed a few different girls. You're the only male apart from me. You got me? And apart from the guys on the organization that we let, also that we did an episode on her channel, right? But the girls, there was girls. She did one with a girl that had how many followers? The Nikki? Almost 300,000. Bro, she didn't even, yo, girl, you're not even influential. You're an influencer. I'm influential. I saw her, we saw her, yo, fuck out of here. Sometimes these people that are influencer in social media, they're not influential in real life, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna just give her a platform. Yeah, man, we gave her the platform. She could have, pound to pound, she cannot express herself how I express myself. She would never close a deal I could close. She doesn't even know her value. Straight up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Her mindset's still like little.
Experience.
But bro, for all the views she got with a man like myself, business, bro, she could be a Kim Kardashian. So then there's other girls that's been done. Clothing, which I told her. Guess what? The girl sent her a lot of clothes.
Yes.
But you see, I told her, I'm like, yo, and now I told her, hey, that girl, I want close down for Emely, for the Vanessas.
Exactly.
Right? Because now I'm going to turn that also now into the business.
Yes.
If it makes sense.
Makes a lot
But
of
I
sense.
nourish her mindset, how to approach it, and give her,
Clarity.
knowledge, clarity, wisdom. I don't know if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Makes sense or doesn't make sense? So imagine, for example, anything that has to do with her dream home. She could interview anybody for her dream home. But obviously, she already interviewed you. So I don't want to say that it's a clash in relationship. But if you're in the organization, if she's going to buy a home or some shit, I want her to go through you. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right? Or maybe I'm wrong.
That makes sense.
Right? Because she knows a lot of realtors from the gym.
Yep.
But okay, are those realtors, we're going to bring them, give her our platform, give her the stuff, to then take the business elsewhere. Like, it got to be win-win.
Yeah, so that
You
makes
got me?
sense. Yep.
Because even if I don't make $1, just me knowing, that she got her dream home, her first home, bro, it's going to fulfill me, bro.
Absolutely.
You got me?
Yeah.
Because I see them as an asset. Remember, just because a person, is not monetizing in the moment, that doesn't mean I don't see the value. Jasmine's channel is the third.
Yes.
You got me? Then Vanessa, even in views. I don't know if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Right? So I do see her talent in communication. And we can monetize it on a different level. Make sense or no?
Makes sense.
So now, as a collective, we have a marketing powerhouse. Because I have our channel, because CMR Podcast Network is not mine. It's ours. I don't own anything. But this channel is basically so I could just transmit the vision, put people through pain. Because I'd rather be known as a bad cop, one person, and everybody else as the good cop, so we could attract the quality people and all these things, if it makes sense. And then you want to hear the funny thing? I was checking my phone earlier. Shout out to Manny from GPH. He sent an episode, to break down so we could do an episode talking about the vision. Jeandy, where is it? Where is it, Jeandy? Text it, please. We're going to wrap this up right now. Oh, look. At 12:37 p.m., I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but he said, merging visions, leadership collaboration, and the power of clarity. Segment 1, setting the stage, understanding the vision. You put the question. Segment 2, communicating the vision, inspiring action. Segment 3, merging visions, collaborating with partners. Segment 4, staying focused, maintaining the momentum. Segment 5, the bigger picture, the purpose behind the vision. Invite Carlos to share a final thought or piece of advice for leaders aiming to inspire and merge visions effectively. So everything we're doing in this organization, forget about Carlos. Leaders eat last in the list. I want to basically take my experience, my knowledge, thanks to God, my wisdom, you got me, my luck, whatever people want to call it, and help people go in the elevator. But just because I'm helping people get in the elevator, go from A to Z, doesn't mean I still don't got to teach them A, B, C, D.
Right.
So I got to help them with the A, B, C, D, always be closing deal. In another word, always be helping people. Because if you help enough people get what they want, you're going to get what you want.
Right.
Be, do, have. What do you want to have? The dream car? No problem. Dream home? No problem. But everything starts with the dream business. Because I'm not going to sit here and lie to the Sams of the world, you got me, and tell them, I know your dream home. And I understand that person, I'm just basically selling them a liability. Because now that home, bro, straight up, Sam, whoever buys a home and you're paying for the home on earned income yourself, it's a liability. So I cannot sit here and lie to the world. A car is an asset to me. But why? Because I understood that if I put the car under the business name, I generate enough cash flow that I could write off from the taxes and I could get all my money back.
Right.
That makes sense or no?
Yeah.
Or I could do a second thing. I could literally help the Sims of the world, anybody in the organization that doesn't have their dream car. Hey, no problem. You want a Lambo? No problem. Ferrari? No problem. Tomorrow we could go buy a Ferrari, me and you. 50-50. You got me? You don't even got to put the money. The day you tell me, yo, Carl, I want that car, you don't got to pay for the car. I'm telling you that. But now that car, now guess what we do?
Put it to work.
We put it to work. Now we rent it out. Bro, 30 days a month. Bro, if the car's payment is $5,000 with insurance, all that, just give me perspective.
Yep.
right? All we gotta do is rent it out. You know, let's say $1,500 per day, or let's say even $1,000 per day. 5 days we rent it. 6 days, 3 days, 6 days. That's $6,000. We made $1,000, bro. But now that asset, because that's an asset now.
Now it pays for itself.
Now it's paying for itself. So now we have 25 days, so you could use it, so I could use it.
Yeah.
So we could now use it as a marketing tool. Yep. So now we could write off even more. Make sense or doesn't make sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
So that's the thing I want to help the organization be, do, have. But everything starts with what do you want to have? Once I already know what motivates a brother or sister, now I could say, okay, this is what we got to do. We got to create content. We got to become creators because we're creative. We're made in the image of God. Why? Because the world's heading. We got to become the business. Working on a personal brand, business brand, right? But also, that's how we become the person. So now we're becoming public speakers, coaches, consultants, mentors. You see the thing?
Yeah.
That's where the money's at right now. Coaching, mentorship, paying it forward.
Yep.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, you're right.
I don't want to be right.
That's the game.
Maybe I'm wrong.
That's the capital game.
Right? So now we can monetize anybody. And they're not going to get mad. It's simple. We have a conversation. What's not recorded is not remembered. We do it on Zoom. If it makes sense. I could do right now, or you, we could literally sit here and put a thing there where we talk to the person. It's being recorded. And we could now edit that thing too. And we could do a business deal with that person.
Yeah.
You get me? But let's make the person part of us. Collab.
Makes sense.
We could even help them have their podcast.
Yeah.
Work with us. But we're just not going to basically... See, I'm all about equity, bro. I don't like commission. I don't like the instant paychecks. I'm all about equity and long term. I'm all about delayed gratification because I see the overall. I see the business behind the business, behind the business, behind the business. It's not that I'm greedy, but I rather... Hey, hold up. You're talking to a man that is very aware. Where people think there's no money, I know where the money's at. Any industry. Because those are things that are needed. But if they're needed, and we're going to bring our audience and our organization, you got me? We have enough people. We're getting enough view. Per day, even the CMR Podcast Network, just the views, the little views that we get, they're quality people. Because I'd rather have 50 views and people watch the whole video, quality.
Yes, quality.
You got me?
Yeah.
Than have 1 billion views and they're not quality.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, it makes more sense.
And we're doing things organically. With all that said, thank you. What else, Sam? Can you tell the world? You're going to record an episode, tell the world.
That's it.
You got me, what you're going to do. You got me, put his camera, and thank you.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.
That's all you got to say?
That's
Come
all
on,
I
bro.
got to say. That's all I got to say.
Nah, bro, you got something else.
Nah, I don't.
What episode you going to do?
Capital Games. Check out the podcast. It'll be a couple episodes. This week we're actually taking off, but next week we'll be recording again. Stay